Welcome to the Digital Hustle Podcast. Today, we are pulling back the curtain on 5 kind of hidden AI tools that are the secret weapons behind some seriously successful 6-figure digital businesses. These aren't the big names everyone's talking about. Nope. These are the tools that give a one-person show a massive, almost unfair advantage. So, let's dive right in. Oh, and real quick, before we get started, if you're serious about building a real profitable side hustle, I've dropped a link in the description to a method that can turn just 15 minutes a day into some pretty significant income. It's a fantastic resource, so make sure you check that out after this. All right, let's be honest. You've heard all about ChatGPT for writing content, and you've definitely seen all the crazy images from Midjourney. And look, they're awesome tools for sure, but they're really just the tip of the iceberg. The real magic, the real competitive edge, especially when you're running the whole show yourself, well, that comes from the tools that aren't on everybody's radar. Think of it like this. The big mainstream AI tools are kind of like a Swiss Army knife. They're useful for a lot of different things, but they're not a specialist in any of them. The tools we're going to look at today, they're more like a surgeon's scalpel. Each one is precision engineered for a very specific, super high-value business task. They automate all the boring, repetitive stuff and give you, the solo hustler, just massive leverage. Okay, first up, let's talk about the absolute foundation of any digital business, your website. If you don't have a professional home online, you're pretty much invisible, right? This first tool solves that problem in a way that is, well, it's honestly mind-blowing. Say hello to Durable.co. Now, this is not one of those template builders where you still have to do all the work. No way. This is an AI that you just tell what your business does and then, bam, it builds a gorgeous, complete website for you in under a minute. And I mean complete. We're talking professional marketing copy, high-quality images, even a fully working contact form. All of it just done. Just think about the old way for a second. You either have to shell out thousands of dollars for a designer, or you spend weeks, maybe months, fighting with some complicated platform, and then you still have to write all the words yourself. Durable just wipes all that off the table. It gets rid of the cost, the time, and the headache, and gives you a professional-grade online store in literally seconds. It's wild. Okay, so you've got your website. Awesome. Now you have to actually, run the business. And that means managing projects, taking notes, keeping all your ideas in order, which, let's face it, is usually where everything descends into total chaos. Our next tool is all about creating a system for sanity. This is Taskade AI. The best way to think about it is like your central command center for everything. It brings your to-do lists, your project boards, your notes, and your mind maps all into one super clean space. But the real magic is the AI that's built right in. It's not just some chatbot. It acts like an actual project partner that can help you brainstorm a marketing campaign, outline an entire course, or even set up automated workflows for you. You know, the typical mess, right? Your best ideas are buried in a Google Doc, your tasks are over in Trello, your random notes are in Notion. It's this constant draining shuffle between different apps. Taskade fixes that by creating a single source of truth where everything is connected. It saves you from that constant context switching, which is an absolute productivity killer for anyone, but especially for us solopreneurs. So, now that we're organized, let's get smart. Every single business needs data. You need to know what your competitors are charging. You need to know if new leads are popping up on certain websites. But manually checking for that kind of information, it is a soul-crushing job. Our next tool basically puts a robot on the case for you. This tool is called Browse AI, and it is just incredibly powerful. It's a no-code tool, which is just a fancy way of saying you don't need to know a single line of code to use it. You literally just show the AI what information you want from a website, say the prices on a competitor's page, and it will go out and grab that data for you automatically. And the process is just brilliantly simple. First, you just point and click on the data you want to track. Second, you tell it how often you want it to check, every hour, once a day, whatever you want. And finally, you just kick back and get that information delivered right to you, maybe in a spreadsheet or as an alert. It is literally like having a personal research assistant working for you 24/7. Hey, real quick, if you're finding these tools helpful and getting some ideas, do me a quick favor and hit that subscribe button. We put out explainers just like this one on the Digital Hustle podcast all the time, and I would hate for you to miss out on the next game-changing tool we cover. All right, let's switch gears a bit. We've talked about the back-end stuff, now let's talk about front-end marketing. For so many of us trying to build a digital business, LinkedIn is the place to be. But, man, trying to stay consistent and create stuff that people actually want to read there, that is a huge challenge. This next tool is designed to fix that exact problem. This is Taplio. You can think of it as an all-in-one powerhouse just for LinkedIn. It uses AI to see what's going viral in your specific industry to give you a never-ending stream of content ideas. Then it helps you actually write the posts with an AI assistant that's been trained on what performs best. And of course, it lets you schedule everything out way in advance. Look, anyone who's seriously tried to build a brand on LinkedIn knows this feeling. You're just staring at a blank screen, you have no idea what to post, and then life gets busy and you miss a day, then a week, and your consistency is shot. Taplio gives you a system, an AI-powered content machine that makes sure you're always showing up with valuable stuff, building that authority day in and day out. So, Taplio is amazing for LinkedIn, but what about everything else? You've got Instagram, you've got X, Facebook. Trying to manage all of those feels like a full-time job in itself. Our final tool for today brings all of your social media marketing under one very smart AI-powered roof. And that tool is Okoya. Its power is kind of twofold. First, it has an AI copywriter that just whips up amazing captions and ad copy in seconds. But here's the real game changer. It lets you create your content one time and then schedule it to go out across all your different social media accounts, all from one single dashboard. The old way is a complete nightmare, right? You're logging in and out of different apps, you're trying to reformat your images for each one, you're trying to keep track of what you posted where. It is a guaranteed recipe for burnout. Okoya is your single command center. You create, you schedule, and that's it. You're done. It lets one person maintain the kind of social media presence that used to require an entire marketing team. So let's do a quick recap of this new secret weapon toolkit. You've got Durable for an instant online presence, you've got Taskade for effortless organization, you have Browse AI to put your data gathering on autopilot, you have Taplio to dominate your branding on LinkedIn, and Okoya to manage all of your social media publishing from one place. Each one solves a huge problem for a solo business owner. And this right here is the most important thing to take away from all this. These tools don't just save you a few hours here and there. They create leverage. They are force multipliers. They allow one single person to operate with the efficiency and the output of a small, dedicated team. And that is how you build a six-figure business without needing a six-figure budget to get started. So, are you ready to build your hustle? The tools are out there, and now you know 5 of the best-kept secrets to really get going. And if you want to put this kind of efficiency to work and start generating some real income, don't forget to check out that link in the description. It'll show you the method that turns just 15 minutes a day into $200 to $800. Thanks for tuning in.